Welcome back everybody to the channel. Hope everyone is doing fine. BTC is not 100k yet. We're going a little bit sideways and people are getting a bit stingy. They're getting a bit sensitive. Why are we not 100k yet? This thing should pump. I mean, come on folks. We just had a massive pump. Give it some time to go sideways, to consolidate before we get in the next move. Well, we might be getting our next move very soon, probably today, maximum tomorrow, but actually I'm guessing for today. And that we are getting our breakout out of this, well, what is it, rising wedge, pennant, ascending triangle, kind of how you look at it. That is of course then these white lines, and I think everyone is looking here at the same. This, by the way, BTC on the 1 hour. And we have still a few of our trading setups that I gave you last week, and that was a long here from these lows. We still have two longs much lower, but we'll cross those bridges once we're there, and a possible short here from the all-time high. The reason why I'm keep this short in is because, well, I think it's safe to say that we are creating here this trading range, and as long as we are making a range, it is okay to short the highs. But once price is really just doing this, you're jumping in front of the train if you're trying to guess the top every time, and we're just still going higher and higher. But since we are now having this trading range, I want to keep this short in just in case if price does something like this, rejection and go lower, I will absolutely take that trade. Preferably once price first takes out these highs and leaves all of this untouched. So if we do something like this, then I'm a little bit less interested in this short. But if we first break out and then lose the high right away, I will definitely try to short, because then of course all of this is here for the grab. I'm talking about ranges. Let's also put in a volume profile, and there you can see that we are right now fighting and rejecting from that local value area high, thick blue line. And also if I put in a fib retracement from this low right here that we put in a few days ago to that high, then you can see that that 78.6 is lining up very nicely with that value area low. That is also an extra trading setup that I want to add in here on the chart, and that is that the idea that we are going to have a fake out to the bottom to that 78.6 and value area low to then go higher. So price does something like this, everyone thinks, oh, we're breaking out, we're just taking liquidity underneath these lows right here, but we're leaving this part right here underneath the value area low intact, and we are then going to get a fake out. Everyone gets super bearish. People are maybe want to short here the back test of this pattern, but then we're just getting a quick move back to the upside all the way through that triangle again, and then eventually to go higher. Maybe we won't even get that short, maybe we just go higher from here. But that is a trading setup that I think not a lot of people are looking at, and I will be very interested in that. Is that for now the most probable scenario? No, I actually think that there's another scenario that is very nasty and that is very hard to trade. But I would say, if I'm a betting man, which I'm kind of actually am, I think this is actually the following setup is going to be what we're going to see, and that is very nasty. Price is going to grind lower, and then at this trend line just grinding, and suddenly there's a big pump up. Now why is this nasty? Because this is very hard to get into. Where do you put your stop loss? Just outside, underneath here. That is very hard, and also you don't really see a movement. So people are waiting for BTC to break lower because you feel like, okay, we cannot pump up, so we need to break lower. People are maybe already trying to short front run it. They will absolutely get wrecked. Maybe people are a little bit afraid to long it because, like I said, where do you put your stop loss? And then suddenly out of nowhere you see this kind of movement, and then we're just going higher, and I think that will be a very big fast squeeze up. Reason why I'm saying this is as follows. I've been looking at the order flow. You can see here that price is making a slightly lower high, and CVD is coming down, and at the same time open interest is going up. So what does it tell us? That means there are new or more open positions. Are those longs, are those shorts? Those positions are shorts because CVD is coming down. But price for now is not moving a whole lot. In other words, people are building up massive short positions, and most likely they will have the stop losses at this high, this high and this high. And once we eventually get that move up, this will be a huge liquidation fest. And that is of course the power now of trading a range, that people have time to build up long and short positions, and that you can have a liquidation fest to any of the sides. So that is very nice. So therefore I think it could be a quick move up. These last two things that I just shared with you, I think that those for now are the most probable scenarios. Going to test that trend line again, a long grind, couple of hours, and then eventually a move up or a breakdown 78.6, taking some of that liquidity off, but not everything. So we're taking liquidity underneath these lows, but we're leaving all of this intact, just hitting that 78.6 and very low. Everyone is in panic, no idea what to do. Shall we short here, or are we going to short the backtest? But then eventually we just reclaim everything and we go up, 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 and you also get that squeeze, and then eventually you go higher. And from here we'll see what we do, or we're taking the short from here again, or maybe it's just a bounce and we go higher. So those I think for now are the most probable scenarios. Then also quickly let's have a look at the market Cipher B, because we're now a couple days further. The 1 hour is a bit it's a bit iffy, nothing too special, nothing too bearish, nothing too bullish. 4 hours still looks super strong in my opinion. Thick money flow, momentum waves to the upside, RSIs above the 60 line. If we're quick looking at the 8 hour, it's pretty much the same. You can see everything up, 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 way up here with the RSI, momentum wave, money flow. The 12 hour also still looks very good. I think we're going to print a green dot, maybe on the next candle. Also here the exact same. You can see this just looks super nice the way this is curving up. Momentum wave higher, VWAP higher, money flow once the curve, beautiful. And also still on the 1 day this looks absolutely very strong. I mean, look at this, we're now a couple days in and price is barely going lower. And this is also what I told you the other day. I expect something very shallow like this to then go higher and not a steep decline like you have seen here. I said this many times now in the last couple of days. You can go back in videos. I do not expect that. If we eventually pump higher, definitely you will print a green dot and you will go higher again. So I'm still staying extremely bullish. I do not think that we will get a big dump from here, and this would absolutely be a long opportunity. This from the triangle, it is hard to get in. It is really hard to get in, because the question is, where would you put your stop loss? Put it underneath this low, this low, this low, or should you just work with a fixed percentage that you say, I'm just going to put it 0.5% or 1% from my entry. If I get stopped out, I get stopped out, but then at least I give it some room in case we get a little bit of a wick underneath the pattern, and then to go higher again. I don't want to get stopped out on a tiny wick, and then eventually have that grind, and you will see you would probably get a little bit of a rounding bottom on a very small time frame, 1, 2, 3, 5 minute. That is kind of where you need to look at, and then eventually you get that squeeze up. But like I said, this is very hard to get into, because we're also not really having a clear level here. Yet the point of control, most traded volume, so it's the most crowded, and yet this wouldn't be surprise me if this is the structure that we're getting. A backtest, grind, hour, and then suddenly boom, a move higher. For now I am not in a long from this area. If we get this structure with the grinding, and eventually I will take the long, I will update you on Twitter, but for now I would just I want to see how price moves once we get there. But like I said, this is the hardest to trade, and this is the most nasty, because it is yeah, like I said, it's just hard to put your stop loss, and eventually for the take profit, absolutely new all-time high. I'm not interested, and then I'm closing off for today, I'm not interested in the shorts from here. If price does something like this and we go lower, so be it. I will not take the short. All the levels that were here are already tapped, dusted and done. We had a negative point of control, we had the 78.6, the 88.6, everything here is already done. So for me, I am not interested in a short from any of these levels here. Again, I'm just letting it ride for what it is right now. Alright guys, I hope that was clear. If not, then let me know in the comments. If you want me, by the way, to chart certain alts or certain coins, also let me know. I'd be more than happy to do so. And when you're down there anyways, also make sure that you like and subscribe, click on the bell, click on all so you don't miss anything. See you guys very soon again in the next one. Bye bye.